I'm Tony Beshara, and I'm going to help you do better at finding a job.
He is listed by Fordyce Magazine as the #1 headhunting career placement guy in the country. The #1 guy. His name's Tony Beshara.
Johnny,
hi.
Good to see you. How are you today?
Very good. Thank
Have
you.
a seat, won't you? You're currently selling for Meyer Dunlap?
I just recently left them, so I'm studying right now for my real estate license. So going to try to do some residential real estate here in Dallas.
Why'd you leave that?
I wasn't focused, basically. He wanted someone that was going to be all in, and I was thinking about doing something in production. I was thinking about going back to seminary. So thankfully, knowing him as a family friend, he said, "Look, if you're not going to be all in this, then I don't want, you being here, kind of wasting each of our times." And
That was just last April, so it was like 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
Exactly, because prior to that, I was at, yes, sir, exactly.
All right,
So,
okay. You were a sales associate at Sewell Hummer Saab.
yes, sir.
What were you doing there?
I was
Selling
selling,
service?
yes, sir. Pre-owned is what it became because they stopped making Hummers and then Saabs. So
Were you
here-
selling cars or were
yes,
you
sir,
selling
selling
service?
cars.
All right, and then you were a licensed agent at Brown Harris Stevens. That was in New York.
Right, yes, sir. I was in New
Okay.
York, and then I was.
Why'd you go to New York?
I went to New York because basically I wanted to see what a big city was like. Wanted to see what it was like living in the North, somewhere where it wasn't kind of the Southern Bible Belt, I guess you say, but prior to that, I was working at a church. You'll
Yeah.
see down there, but I just wanted to do something totally different.
Okay, all right. Whew, all right, okay. First of all, I wouldn't get into anything that's any kind of high pressure sales.
Okay.
Okay, what has happened will happen again.
Mm-hmm.
It just, your heart ain't into it, your mind ain't into it, you're not passionate about it. And it might be psychologically it's hard to focus on it,
Sure.
okay? Or emotionally hard to focus, but the why doesn't matter.
Right.
You aren't going to be real successful doing that. What I'd suggest, and we might be able to help you, is find something that's in the customer service arena where people call you, where you can talk to them, where you can help them. And they like people like you, nice, clean-cut, good-looking guy that pays attention to what they say, and sell them service. You don't make as much money as selling cars, but then that's not necessarily your DNA.
Right. All right. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
give it some thought. We'll see what
Okay.
we can do.
Yes, sir.
Good to
Thank you,
see you.
sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
Johnny. Johnny's a real good kid. There are lots of people like him out there in this world. He's been in sales jobs that were way too aggressive, and it's just not his DNA. He's not the kind of guy that's going to go in and work a straight commission sales job. And if he isn't going to be real successful at it. He's got to go out and try to find himself a little bit. When a person's involved in a job where they've got their head one place and their heart's another, or they're never quite focused on where they're going to be, or focused on what they're doing at the moment, that's not the career for them. So he needs to go try to find something that's lower keyed that he can stay at for an extended period of time. You can only try so many things for so long, and then pretty soon you will be just bumping from one opportunity to another. He does know what some of his shortcomings are. Being on time, being precise, being, and that kind of thing. He's learned that, so he's learned something from the jobs that he's had. He should go back to Ames testing and find out a little bit better of what some of his strengths are and play to those strengths. Johnny's one of a lot of people. At least he has some direction now, and hopefully he can get it right.